Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm excited today. I have partnered with Dye Press, and they are a company that has a product that allows you to use sublimation ink or your infusible ink on 100% cotton t-shirts. Yeah, 100% cotton t-shirts. We're no longer limited by the t-shirts that are available in the infusible ink line or the t-shirts that are available in the sublimation line. So now we can use 100% cotton t-shirts. That's what I did for this. This is a 100% Gildan t-shirt, just like you get at Joann's. We've all had some of these. And look at those results. That's 100% cotton t-shirt with sublimation printing. This is permanent, washable, dryable, not going to go away. This is a permanent design. It's not going to crack. It's not going to peel. You can see if I spread it apart, it's part of the fabric. It's not laying on top. It's not a transfer like an iron-on. This is 100% cotton t-shirt with a very permanent result. This is infusible ink on a 100%, just a plain old Fruit of the Loom 100% cotton t-shirt. Infusible ink. I used this infusible ink, this one. 100% cotton shirt. You can't feel it. This is permanent. It's not going to go away. You can wash it, dry it. Again, permanent. I also tried it on a colored shirt. Now, keep in mind, anytime you use infusible ink or sublimation ink on a cotton t-shirt, it's a translucent ink. So the color of the shirt is going to show through. But it still worked on this fluorescent pink shirt. I got a transfer, and you know, of course it's colored or kind of changed color by the color of the shirt because it's a translucent ink, but this is permanent. So we can now use infusible ink on colored t-shirts. We can use sublimation ink on colored t-shirts. We can use our favorite cotton t-shirts. I mean, come on. The possibilities are endless, and I am absolutely thrilled with the results of this product. This is the product that I'm talking about. It's called Dye Press. This is Poly T Plus. It comes in a concentrated bottle like this. You mix this with water. We'll go into all of that in the next part of the video. But you use the concentrate, you mix it with some water, you put it in the spray bottle, and you treat the shirt, and then you can treat it just like any other iron-on or any other sublimation transfer or infusible ink transfer. It does something to the fabric. There's something magical in it, but it does something in the fabric that allows it to take the ink. So the beauty of this is that you can't feel this. It's washable, it's dryable, it's not gonna crack, it's not gonna peel. It's on there for good, and why not? I love it. So let's get started into the video, and I'm gonna show you how I made each of these projects. So let's take a look at the instructions here. So it tells you for 1 ounce of Poly T Plus, mix it with 3 ounces of water, and that will give you 4 ounces of spray. Or you could take a 1/4 cup, mix with 3/4 cup water, and that makes 8 ounces of spray. For this particular spray bottle, they've got it right on here. I need 2 ounces of the Poly T Plus to 6 ounces of water, and it's going to make 8 ounces of spray. So that's what we're going to do. It goes on and has more information if you have a bigger or smaller spray bottle, or you just want to mix up a little batch. So 1 bottle of this is going to go quite a ways. So the first thing it tells me is 2 ounces of Poly T Plus. So let's put 2 ounces of Poly T Plus in here, and I have a little funnel just to make sure that I don't make a mess. I haven't opened this yet, so let's see. I don't know if we have to open the top here. Yep. So we need 2 ounces of this. Got a measuring cup here. 2 ounces of Poly T Plus. And we're just going to put that in our spray bottle. And it's telling me to add 6 ounces of purified water. So I'm going to fill this up with 6 ounces. There we go. So that's it. That's all you need. I think it's pretty cool that they let you mix it themselves. I watched her video and she said why should you, as a consumer, pay to ship water when you all have water at home? So they've made it concentrate, which makes the product go much further and saves on shipping cost. And we're almost there. All right, we've got 6 ounces of water. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn my spray bottle into mix, shake it up, and it looks like that. So let's make sure we've got it primed. Must be a, oh. There's a little stopper right here. You just need to turn that to the side to get the bottle to work. Oh, we're already primed, so we're good there. Okay, so you can see I have a Gildan 100% cotton t-shirt right here. This is 100% cotton. Now, if you want a more vibrant print, the more polyester that's in it, the better. So even if you had a 40%, it's going to give you a little bit of a more vibrant result. But we're going to go with 100% cotton because I want to see if it actually works. So I'm just going to put a towel on my surface just to absorb some of the moisture. All right. And I have a design that I'm going to put on the shirt. That's this. So it's about an 8.5 by 11 size. So I'm just going to use a piece of cardstock just to kind of give me a guide, and I'm going to spray the corners just to give me a guide of where I need to spray. And we're just going to begin spraying the shirt within that area. And the white's a little bit harder to tell when it's wet. So I've got it pretty wet. She suggests that you use a foam roller. I don't have a foam roller, but I do have my Cricut brayer. So I am just going to bray it, push that moisture down in the shirt. And I can see now that blue behind there that I need to add a little bit more spray. You want to get it pretty saturated, but not sopping wet. I'm just going to push that down into the fabric. So we're going to press it for 30 seconds at 330 degrees. That's going to dry the Poly T Plus, and it also removes any sizing. You'll probably see a little bit of steam coming out of the press. That's the sizing, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. So we've got about 10 seconds left, and then we're going to give it a second coat of the Poly T Plus. And I'm just going to do that right on the press. According to the directions, it does not need to be as heavy of a coat this time. So we're just going to take the Poly T Plus, and I'm going to spray this area again. So we're going to get to see what it looks like on a colored shirt. I'm going to take my roller and just roll it into the shirt. Replace it with my parchment paper. And again, 330 degrees for 30 seconds. Now, if you have the first version of this product, you might have gotten a separate product to remove the sizing. This new Poly T Plus, apparently you don't need that. It takes care of everything all with one product. Now, this is the second shirt I've done. You can see I've only used this much. This jar is still full up to here. So you can just imagine how many shirts I can do with one bottle of the Poly T Plus. All right, we're coming up on 30 seconds for our second press. And we're going to open the press. Now the next step, we need the press to be at 385. So I'm going to go ahead and raise the temperature to 385. and it's going to be at 70 seconds. So while that is preheating, I want to show you what the shirt looks like. All right, so that's going to heat back up to 385. So here is our shirt. So it feels kind of starchy, like it's a little bit stiff, but the first time you wash the shirt, that's going to come out. But it feels as if you would put spray starch on something and then iron it. Kind of feels like that, but it's totally dry, and that is the poly coating that's going to make this so that we can sublimate. Again, this is a 100% cotton Gildan t-shirt. Pick this up at Joann's. Nothing fancy about this whatsoever. We're going to try it on a colored t-shirt, but I want to show you this one, which again, I forgot to turn the camera on. This is the white Gildan 100% t-shirt that I was just working on, and just look how good that transfer came out. Now again, it feels kind of stiff, but as soon as you wash this, it's going to feel just like the t-shirt because it's now, the ink is now into the fibers of the fabric. It's not laying on top. So it's going to feel just like a t-shirt once you wash this, but that's amazing. There's not 1 ounce of polyester in here, and we have a polyester, or we have a sublimation shirt. So really believe in this product. I'm really interested to see how this pink shirt does. Now, the next step tells us to raise the heat to 385 and then preheat for 5 seconds. We no longer need this on here because this has no moisture in it, so I don't have to protect the press anymore. So I'm just going to put this down, back on the press, just like it was. And as soon as this hits 385, I'm going to replace my parchment paper and press it for 5 seconds at 385. Again, all of the instructions are clearly printed out for you so that you can be very successful. They've taken the extra initiative and made sure that you have a good experience with this product. It's not difficult at all, and again, she walks you through every step. If you want even more instruction, it's included inside. There is, you can just, if you put your camera on your phone on camera setting and just scan this, it will open right up to their Facebook group, which you can join, which is called Dye Sublimation. Or you can scan this one and it will take you to her YouTube video, which again walks you through this step by step so that you are successful with this product. It is, I'm totally wowed and amazed by the outcome. I mean, that is just a plain white t-shirt. There's nothing special about that. So that means I could now open up sublimation to a whole wider variety of products. So for our next design, I am going to send another picture to the Sawgrass printer. There we go. That should be printing out here in a second, and we are almost up to 385. It's at 375, so we're going to wait just a few more seconds. One question that I wanted to address that I keep getting in the YouTube comments and on my other sublimation videos and getting messages on Facebook. There seems to be some confusion about the sublimation ink and using a inkjet printer. The magic is in the ink. It's not in the printer, it's in the ink. So if you are using an inkjet printer, you have to convert it to sublimation ink. You can't just use regular inkjet printer. Some people were under the impression that if you use sublimation paper, printed it out with an inkjet, that's what was happening. And the magic's not in the sublimation paper. Again, I'm just using copy paper. The magic is in the ink. So you need an inkjet printer that can be switched out to sublimation ink if you're going to go that route. This is a dedicated sublimation printer by Sawgrass. This is what I preferred to do. I didn't want to convert a printer. Once you convert an inkjet printer, you really shouldn't convert it back to inkjet. So it's, you know, you can't just go back and forth and switch it anytime you want. You need, because then you would have to clear out all that ink out of the lines. So a sublimation ink comes out very dull. You're not going to want to use this for everyday printing. Plus, it's going to be much more expensive. So if you're going to use an inkjet printer, keep in mind that once you switch it to sublimation ink, you're not going to be switching it back and forth again. So you can't use regular inkjet and do this method. It needs to be sublimation ink. All right, so we should be up to 385. We are. We're gonna press it for, pre-press for 5 seconds. And there we go. I am going to add my design face down, right on top. Again, this is on a pink shirt. So remember, when you're doing sublimation on colored shirts, it's not that it won't work, but your ink is, it's a clear ink. So if there's not something white or light behind it, it's probably not going to show up as well as if you were to put it on a white background. So keep in mind that the ink is transparent. So when you put it on a color, the color is going to show through, the color of the garment. So we're pressing now for 385 for 70 seconds. And again, it's all in the instructions. You can't go wrong with this process. You make sure that you have all the information you need so that you have a great press. All right, so we're counting down. We are at 7 seconds. All right, I'm gonna remove my parchment paper. And don't see any trace of the, oh, yes I do. So that parchment paper is no longer any good. Again, I printed this on regular copy paper. So there you can see what's left, and you can see this is just plain copy paper. And again, this is on a colored t-shirt, so it's not going to be as vibrant, but still absolutely gorgeous results. Again, it's still a little stiff, but once the first time we wash this, then it's just going to feel like a regular cotton t-shirt. Here it is on white. So you're always going to get a better result on a white or a light colored t-shirt. But I really wanted to put this to the test and see how it looked on a, this is like a fluorescent pink t-shirt. I'm not sure how well it's coming through. So it's kind of on the medium side as far as darkness. So I've prepped one more shirt with the die press product, and this time we're going to try the Cricut infusible ink. I have cut the words "Be Kind" out of the infusible ink. Of course, it's mirrored. And we're going to try that. This is a 100% cotton Hanes t-shirt, just a plain old t-shirt. And we're going to try the Cricut infusible ink with the die press treated cotton t-shirt. So let's see how this goes. I've already done the 2 layers of the poly tee. So I'm going to go ahead and put the words on. We're going to cover it with our parchment paper. 385, 70 seconds. And let's see if Cricut infusible ink also works on a cotton t-shirt. I enjoy finding new ways to use this Cricut infusible ink. I know some people are limited by the fact that you could only get the white or the gray t-shirts. Now that's not going to be a problem. We can use cotton t-shirts, infusible ink, and get some really unique projects. Just keep in mind that just like the printer ink, this is a translucent ink. So the color of the shirt is going to show through the design just like it did on this. But if you use a white cotton t-shirt, you're going to get the more vibrant result. So let's see how it did on a white t-shirt. I'm going to take off my parchment paper. I'm going to remove the infusible ink transfer. Wow. So here is the transfer after the ink has been lifted. And here is infusible ink on a white t-shirt. I don't know if you can see the label, but this is just a plain Fruit of the Loom 100% cotton t-shirt. And look at that result. So let's take a close-up look at some of the shirts that we made today. I am so impressed by this product. To be honest, I thought it would work, but I didn't think it would work this well. And you really cannot tell that this is not a 100% polyester shirt. Everything is vibrant, everything looks amazing, and the transfer is solid. So very, very impressed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you're enjoying the sublimation series. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Click that bell so that you're notified every time there is a new video. And if you like this video, stay tuned. I've got a couple more linked for you. Thanks. Bye.